NPCs are the backbone of any adventure game. There's serious ones, goofy ones, and some that make you want to curl up into a ball and cry yourself to sleep. So since last time I ranked all the lost fleas in Silksong, let's do something far stupider that will take twice as long. Ranking every NPC in Silksong! There's 74. Okay, actually the number of NPCs is kinda debatable. So let's establish the ground rules first. I'll be going off the list of NPCs on the Silksong wiki. However, I won't be counting anything that either doesn't have dialogue or doesn't give you an item. That disqualifies all of these guys. I also won't include non-living, non-permanent entries, meaning the Cogwork statues and the Red Memory NPCs won't count either. Finally, I won't be counting Lace in this list because, well, she's not really an NPC, as you only ever interact with her for a boss fight or a forced cutscene. Everything else is totally fair game though. Oh yeah, and this list is just my personal opinion. Please don't blow up my house because I placed a fictional character in a spot you don't like. Anyway, let's hop into this list already because I got 74 entries to go through and I'd like to finish before I actually become 74.
Bob?
Hi, how are you?
Last place on this list is a 12-way tie, as I didn't know what to do with all the variants of Blank Pilgrim. You've got heavy hitters like Worried Pilgrim, Tall Pilgrim, Solemn Pilgrim, Sacred Pilgrim, Humble Pilgrim, and so many more! Pilgrim Mystery Box is on sale now! Which one will you get? Collect them all! Anyway, they all have like one line of dialogue and I don't really know what to do with them, so here they all are together in harmony at the bottom of the list.
Leave me alone!
The actual distinguishable character last place goes to Greyroot, the wormy Medusa witch looking lady in Shellwood. Don't get me wrong, I like the polyp pouch she gives you after the polyp quest because it's honestly one of the best charms in the game. But like, she also makes me go find her random baby and it's all the way over in Biowater, aka Hell. And even once you get it, that asshole literally never shuts up. Like I swear, I just want to peek around the map or switch some item and it's literally just sitting there in the inventory whining and it doesn't shut the fuck up! Even when you finally bring that shithead back to her, she forcibly inserts it into you to turn you into a host for its metamorphosis. Like, hello? I did not consent to being parasitized and turned into the host vessel for some facehugger nightmare demon, thank you!
Why'd you say you don't like King Julian?
I don't like King Julian. I love him.
Okay, who else forgot Mort existed? Raise your hand. I mean, especially since most of my later hours 100% in the game were spent in Act 3 where he's fucking dead, I completely forgot he existed. Oh, and what a bliss that was, because this is the asshole that makes you pay just to enter his shop, which also has the only nearest bench. Pilgrim's Rest is unfair! Mr. Mort is in there, standing at the concession, plotting our oppression!
Who are you? You. No, not me, you.
I hate to rank him so low, but unlike the previous entries, which are assholes or are literally just unnamed, Pilby at least has a name. He doesn't really do anything though, he literally just exists. He doesn't have that much dialogue and he just hangs out in Bone Bottom where he can get killed by the Skull Tyrant if he shows up. Or if that doesn't happen, he can make it all the way to Pilgrim's Rest. But after that, you never see him again. He's literally just a nothing burger, that's why he's so low, sorry.
What are you doing?
Take this one with a grain of salt, because this spot goes to Sula, an NPC only found in Steel Soul mode, which I still haven't tried. But I do know what happens with her. She's trying to create a vessel of void to control it, which Hornet shows up and defeats before it can wreak havoc. She was hoping to use it to defend her from her master, who she's scared of, but you should know better. No! Bad Sula!
I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer.
This is another one I hate to put so low, but the competition in the top 50 is just too strong. So this spot goes to Peb, the shopkeeper in Bone Bottom. They're pretty chill and sell you some cool stuff, but if you buy out everything and enter Act 3, you'll find that they've been taken over by Void and the Marrow, and that just makes me sad.
Show your sword! Show your sword!
Up next is Pawncatcher Reed. He's got a cool design, and I like that they chill out protecting Bellheart. But that's kind of all they do. And I also hate the enemy in Shellwood they're related to because they're annoying, so you lose points there.
Grubhub Perks give you deals on the food you love.
I'm counting Courier Pill and Tip as one NPC because even though they're found separately, once they reach Bellheart, they're best friends forever, and that's where all the interesting stuff from them comes anyway. I like them conceptually, but there are two specific courier missions that they send you on that I fucking hate and cause me great pain and suffering. And for that, they lose points. You know which missions I'm talking about.
Okay, one more. I'm gonna have one more and then that'll be it.
Okay, remember earlier when I said I was grouping all the nameless pilgrims into last place? Yeah, I might have lied because this spot goes to the undisputed goat of unnamed pilgrims. It's the Pilgrim Preacher. This motherfucker's cool as hell. I mean, first of all, instead of Blank Pilgrim, they're Pilgrim Blank. Holy shit, that's revolutionary. That already makes them way cooler than the rest. And, yeah! That's my goat! Woo!
I'm telling on you.
Not if I tell on
you first!
Moving into the C tier entries now, we have the Old Penitent. He's kind of hard to find, and I didn't even find him on my initial playthrough. But he's locked up in the slab, and even though we could literally leave at any time, he chooses to stay. He drops some interesting tidbits and lore too, so overall he's pretty chill. I just wish he would read about Plato's allegory of the cave. I keep recommending it to him, but he keeps refusing. That's so rude.
Ew!
Dude!
What the fuck?
Trigger warning, Krat. This spot goes to Krat. I didn't realize how prevalent the Krat hate was, and like, I get it, he's a perv. But someone also commented about how apparently he runs the bounce minigame in Fleetopia just so he can see under Hornet's cloak. And like, holy shit, I didn't even consider that. Oh my fucking god. Anyway, he does provide the spawn Fleetopia, but I'm also a coward and I don't want to be publicly crucified by the Krat haters, so here you go. He's outside of the top 50. Never ask me for anything ever again.
It ain't my fault he ran right in front of my truck.
Okay, this spot just makes me kind of sad. It goes to Huntress, who chills out in the putrefied dicks, and has you get meat for her to feed her hatchlings because otherwise they'll eat her or something. Overall, she's just really creepy. But if you come back later after doing her quest, you'll find that one of her spawn actually did end up eating her, and that like kind of sucks, man. Speaking of though...
You can't hold a raptor in a closet. They're too smart.
The next spot goes to the little asshole that ate Huntress, even after I spent all that time procuring all types of meats for them and their siblings to eat. Why are they slightly higher than Huntress, you ask? Well, shit, I respect survival of the fittest. I didn't study ecology for nothing now, did I? Fun fact, by the way, females eating the male after mating and children eating the mother after hatching is actually more common than you'd think in the animal kingdom, especially in arthropods. So honestly, good job Team Cherry for biological accuracy here.
Oi, oi, oi. 上に上がりゃ関係ねえ。
We're in the top 50 now, and this spot goes to the caretaker at Songclave. I know he's secretly a snail shaman, but he's kind of an interesting character, being the one who tells you about the method to seal away Grandmother Silk into the void. The only issue I have with him is that his dumbass never shuts the fuck up when he has new dialogue for you. He constantly goes, oi, oi, oi. Especially when you're just trying to sit at the bench or go to the shop. Please shut the fuck up.
All hail the New York Giants!
Now we've got Loyal Mergwyn, who just kind of hangs out in the dining room in the Citadel. He serves this giant ugly motherfucker and gives him the green goop cake that you got all the ingredients for. One of the ingredients is a courier quest though, and I swear running that quest took me like 30 to 40 minutes before I finally got it to him safely. You do get a pale oil for your troubles though, so I suppose it's worth it.
What the?
I steal these things, man.
Grindle's an asshole, but I can't hate him. Like, genuinely, he doesn't give a fuck about anything aside from money and stealing anything that isn't nailed to the floor. Not only that, he literally hangs out with enemy bugs, like in the bestiary and everything. But like, you get to slap him and he's kind of funny and he tells you some nice shit, so I can't totally hate on him. The Chapel Maid is another secret snail shaman. And she also kind of like just exists, at least until Act 3 when she becomes more important. But before then, she's just that lady you meet at the beginning of the game that slows down your speedrun by yapping. Like, please, I got places to be, I got a new PB to set, you can shut up now. Another early game NPC that you kind of forget about is the Moss Druid. They give you a cool charm and I love the chaotic energy, but there's not much else going on with them, so that's why they're this low. Sorry.
Hey man, yeah, I'm cooking something here. I was wondering how much trouble you could get in for meth.
Yet another early game NPC is the Forge Daughter, who is better than the previous ones because she has a cool assistant named Ballo, and she sells you some really cool tools including the Spike Trap, which I used pretty heavily in my initial run. She's just a chill gal in the deep docks.
No.
Some of you might not like that I'm counting the Scar Scout on this list because they have literally no dialogue. But look, I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm used to mute main characters, and this fella gives you the funny boomerang tool, and that's awesome, so I gotta give him some respect.
It is I, Zyrtec the Almighty.
Alchemist Xylitol is found in the Wormways, and he has an obsession with the blue lifeblood goop. It's so bad that it ends up killing him and entirely corrupting the entire Wormways in Act 3. But he does give you a really useful tool that you can use like heroin and overdose on, which makes your health never stop recovering, which is pretty awesome. He also has a name that sounds like a prescription medication for ED, which is pretty funny too.
Maybe I am disgusting.
This spot goes to the Broodling. I know, many of you hate the Broodmother and find her to be a very annoying boss, but I fought her while drunk and tool spammed the fuck out of her, so I didn't mind it at all. But this isn't about her, this is about the little guy. And honestly, I respect this little dude's dedication to being the next monstrosity for another generation of annoying-ass fly creatures in the slab. He's also kind of cute, I just want to rub his little cheeks.
You fucking freak! You're a freak!
Skinks creeps me the fuck out, and that's the coolest part about them. Another NPC only found in Steel Soul mode since it renders Styx Silk Eaters useless. They're just super creepy and weird, and they give you money for those Silk Eaters you find, so it's pretty interesting. But like, what's the implication here? What is this like dark entity that took over Styx's body and turned them into this weird, corrupted being? I just have a lot of questions, and I think I'm too scared to learn the answers.
I see everything! Ow! Not again! Why?
Our final unique NPC to Steel Soul mode is Steel Seer Z. She gives you an interesting quest that has a unique boss only found in Steel Soul mode, which is the vessel that Sula from earlier is summoning. But like, I'm still waiting for more Steel City lore, Team Cherry. Who are her masters? I want to know more. Stop being vague. She stays in place 40 till you tell me more information, Team Cherry. I'm blackmailing you by putting her this low until you give me more information. Relic Seeker Scrounge scratches that lore itch in my brain, and getting to read through the entries for all the artifacts you find is pretty cool. I mean, she has no purpose other than that, but it's still pretty cool. I just wish she wouldn't snatch the items away from you so rudely. Pavo is just here for the vibes. He literally provides nothing aside from the vibes in Bellheart. He walks around singing a little song, and that's honestly just about it. But I love it. He's amazing. Never stop being the town cheerleader king. We all support you, Pavo.
Nice shot!
Lottie is a ladybug, and that's cool. It's the first ladybug in the series. On top of that, he has a fun projectile-based dart minigame that you can play. He's a little bit of a scammer, though, because he doesn't tell you about the no crossing the line rule, and then still takes your money and disqualifies you when you do. But he's just a hustler, man. I get it. It's too bad he disappears in Act 3 after the cave-in, though. I hope he's okay wherever he is.
Hi, I'm the Statue of Liberty. Have a good day.
Okay, this one technically isn't a person, but it's a random statue. Pious Izamor is found deep hidden in the backrooms of the Citadel, and it sort of speaks somewhat distorted from being so old and decrepit. But the history around it and all the lore that it gives is so interesting, you can't not think that it's such a cool little Easter egg for lore hunters to find deep within the Citadel. I also just feel bad for this inanimate object. Like, we literally know the spot it used to stand out in the open, and yet the Citadel still hid it away.
I am a surgeon! I am a surgeon!
I respect Yarnaby's doctorate in medicine, but her methods concern me. Like, what the fuck is this? Why do you have this? How do you get one of these? Anyway, she's the one that frees you from Greyroot's stupid unwanted parasite baby, so she gets tons of points for me. Also, she's a shut-in, and like, that's super relatable, to be honest.
No, I refuse. I won't do it. That's crazy.
Vault Keeper Cardinius scared me at first, popping out with that roar and long centipede-esque body. But if you get to know him, he's just a chill dude who likes music. You can bring him all the records you find and chill out and listen to the tunes with him. Similar to the Relic Seeker, he's also a great source of lore, so I can't not think he's chill as fuck. But also similar to her, it needs to learn to wait until I hold something out before snatching it away from me rudely.
Yeah, I got you. I got this on camera.
Moving up into B tier now, we have the modeled Scar, who I unfortunately did not get to interact with on my initial playthrough. But it is a pretty cool Scar that has his own little shop. He doesn't speak, but he sells some cool items, and that makes him very unique. Especially because he's not trying to fucking kill me with projectile spamming like his Scar brethren. This spot goes to Loam. I would love to put Loam higher, but his entire existence just makes me sad. He literally lives deep in the underworks, powering everything by himself, and if you choose to help him out by running on the treadmill, you can help power it too for a meager 1 rosary, or sometimes no rosaries. The saddest part is that Loam ends up dying in Act 3. Loam is chill as fuck, but like, the lore and the theming around Loam are just too real, man.
Meet John, 24 years old, and he lives alone in an apartment.
The final secret snail shaman... The final secret snail shaman is the Bell Hermit who lives underneath Bellheart. And honestly, he's only so high because I just really vibe with him. Like, hell yeah, if I could become a hermit in a tunnel of bells and openly insult any asshole who decides to show up, I absolutely would.
Here's a day in the life as an interior designer.
Frey is the shopkeeper in Bellheart and provides not only a few good tools, but all the decorations for your Bell home. And damn does she have good taste, because this place is cozy as fuck. She should start an interior design firm. He doesn't do much, but Ballow's a chill dude. He mostly works out helping the Forge Daughter, but in Act 3, he helps run the diving bell to get you down into the abyss. He's also literally just an uncorrupted Deep Docks enemy, and is overall a cool dude that I feel like I could have beers with. He's my bud. We're literally going to the bar after this video's over.
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Coming back around to previously mentioned entries, we have Styx. I don't know what's wrong with their twisted brain, but when you find them, they see you as their master and start making silk eaters for you. For free! It's pretty awesome and a nice help. Too bad they're in the Sinner's Road though, that place fucking sucks.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
Conductor Balador is like the stereotypical stoic of Silksong. Like, this dude knows he's living on borrowed time, just weaving the little silk he has left to stay alive in this ruined kingdom. The lore he gives and the lore around him is cool, and I like that he's the only conductor we get to actually interact with in the game. It's just too bad he's stuck behind the fucking Hell Halls gauntlet.
We're going on a trip in our favorite piece of shit, doing 95. We're gonna fucking die.
Jubilant is the shopkeep in Songclave, and not only does she have some pretty useful and cool items, you get to go on 2 different quests where you hunt her down and pull her out of a bind. Of all the shopkeepers in this game, I think she's the one you get to hang out with the most, and she's pretty cool. I mean, unlike the other shopkeep, she at least knows how to move around and explore without dying instantly.
You're in big trouble though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Another duo that I'm grouping into one NPC is Kroll and Benjen, because like, they're always together. You never see them apart. My headcanon is they're gay lovers. They don't do much, but they have a side quest that gives you a pretty good tool, and they are a pretty funny duo together. I mean, the audacity to post up permanently in the Sinner's Road is commendable at least, especially since they're somewhat out of the way to get to.
Stab it. Strangle it.
The seamstress is nice in that she gives you one of the integral movement options of the game in the form of the Drifter's Cloak. Lore-wise, she's even a former pinstress that gave up fighting to work on her love of weaving. I respect artists, so of course I have to help her with her side quest. The only issue I have is that she kind of becomes irrelevant the second you get that cloak because there's no reason to come back except for extra dialogue.
Not even a teaspoon of semen is the average load.
Pinmaster Plenty's a cool dude, mostly because he upgrades your needle. That's kind of it though, like, I mean there's a quest where you go and save him from some trouble, but he really is only a vessel to upgrade the needle. Don't get me wrong, it's super useful. I just wish he'd stop spreading pale oil onto the needle like it's cum every time he upgrades it, because like, it weirds me the fuck out, dude.
You probably couldn't see me because of my new ghillie suit.
You might be surprised how high this NPC ranks, but they're one of the smartest ones in the game. Gilly is wearing, well, a ghillie suit. And they just choose to blend in with the background anytime there's danger as they make their way through Farloom. I respect the survival instinct. They're also a cool little surprise to find while you're out exploring and finding enemies. It's like a buddy you see every once in a while that you really like the company of. I love finding out that Gilly was hiding there the whole time I was fighting some annoying enemies because we can chat about what dicks they were. Ava's really cool lore-wise. She's basically a failed attempt at making a god. And she helps give you more power every time you visit her throughout the game. She's even willing to trade away her soul and self-determination so that you can become stronger and break the curse of Grandmother Silk. On top of that, she has a really cool interaction if you show up to her room with a curse or a plague on you. She'll put up this force field and won't even let you enter her room. She doesn't do much, but her influence in the lore is really cool. Rounding out the top 20 is the GOAT himself, Mr. Mushroom. He was an enigma in Hollow Knight and he continues to be an enigma in Silksong, as he sends you on a long quest to find him in a bunch of areas before he leads you into Silksong's version of the Path of Pain, the Path of Minor Inconvenience, which is far easier and takes you all the way to the surface. He has really funny dialogue and that slow turn towards the camera kills me every time.
Can you stop clicking your pen?
The Pinstress is cooler than her Seamstress sister and her dead Bilewater sister for 2 simple reasons. It's from her we get the first hints about the Pinstress's past lore in Farloom, and she turns into a fun boss fight in Mount Fae. That's just cool, there's not much else to say here.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you sitting here?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I'll leave.
Thanks.
Okay, we've got another flea, and this time it's Varga. He's not a perv, and he's the one that sort of just chills out along with the flea caravan. He doesn't do that much, and even just hangs out alone on the edge of Fleetopia once you unlock it. But he's pretty harmless, and did I mention he's a flea? Because he's a flea, and I love fleas in this game. Flick the Fixer is such a wonderful little guy. Like, he literally fixes stuff in Bone Bottom and even makes a hornet statue out of shards for you as a present. Like, it's so adorable. Oh, and if any of you broke that because you desperately needed shards, you are a monster. You will never be forgiven for disrespecting him.
Pop down, have a couple points with the lads.
Kriege runs the halfway home in Greymoor, and not only is his side quest where he builds a scarecrow pretty cool, he sells you beer. Like, how much better could it possibly get? The halfway home is easily the best spot to rest in Farloom. You get to chill out with Kriege and have some beers. What more could you ask for?
Now let's see how it looks so far.
Also in the halfway home is New, who I personally think is great. She's just a little ecology lover like myself and wants you to help her fill out all the info about the nature of Farloom. She's also the first time where they do that gag where she tries to kiss her and Hornet slaps her away. I know it happens like 3 or 4 times in the game, but it's funny every single time. The best part about her though is that after speaking to her when you leave, she says, and it sounds absolutely amazing.
Pleased to meet you.
Actually, we've met once before.
Just like in Hollow Knight, Silksong's version of the Mask Maker is not only cool, but one of the greatest sources of lore dumps among NPCs. This game's Mask Maker is located deep in Mount Fey, and as with the previous title, just speaking to him normally reveals nothing. But if you knock off their mask, you can open up a whole treasure trove of interesting dialogue about the history of Farloom. The fact that there are Mask Makers in both Hollow Knight and Silksong imply even further the importance of masks in the lore of the series, and I hope it gets explored further in DLC and future games.
I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in the fucking Minecraft.
The 12th Architect hangs out in the Underworks near the Cauldron. You have to go past her to get to the Claw Line, but can only access her once you come back with it. Not only does she offer some really cool tools, but she also has the Architect's Key, which you can get once you collect enough tools to unlock it. The key allows you to enter the room where you get the Architect's Crest, which basically allows you to tool spam the fuck out of any boss you're really struggling with. Naturally, she also has some cool lore, and I really like her design. I just wish the other 11 Architects were still alive so we could have a company Architect's Christmas party. Also, yes, I did put the 12th Architect as 13 just to rage bait you.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
We're finally an A tier on this list, and we're starting off strong with Lumble the Lucky. Look, I'm gonna be serious here. The Lucky Dice are one of the best charms in the entire game because they can randomly negate the damage of a single hit from any enemy. And the way you get them is by gambling, baby! Fuck yeah, let's go gambling! I love gambling! It's a shame that if you show up too late, he's dead, but you still get the funny dice, so I get to gamble my life in Lumble's honor. This one feels a little cheap, so I'm putting them just out of the top 10. But Scarsinger Carmelita is technically an NPC since you can talk to her and interact with her before even playing the Needle tune that puts you into her boss fight dream. It doesn't need to be said, but her boss fight is one of the best in the game. Plus, she's a certified baddie and a diva, so I don't know how you can't put her near the top. On top of that, the lore surrounding her is awesome, and her being the only remnant of the pre-Citadel Farloom kingdoms is pretty cool. The only issue is, like I said, this feels like cheating, so she gets 11th place.
I love drinking lean. I love lean, Charlie. I love lean.
We are officially in the top 10. These are the best of the best, and we've got yet another flea here, because this time it's Grishkin. He's the one that gives you Flea Brew, which is fucking awesome, as it's one of the most fun tools to use in the game. It gives your attacks extra damage and makes Hornet move faster. I don't know what shit he cooks up in that brew, but I don't care, because that shit works. Every time I finish one, I need to go back to him. I need another round. Grishkin knows exactly what he's doing, and I'm not gonna stop him. Number 9 goes to the second Sentinel. This is easily one of the most interesting NPCs in the game because it's not actually a living bug, but a robot that you get to build for yourself when you collect the 3 Cogheart pieces across the Citadel and put it into the Sentinel's frame. Its entire life goal is to protect the Citadel from threats, and it even recognizes the Haunted Citadel members as a danger to the sanctity of the place. On top of that, there's a cool boss fight against it in the High Halls, and it even appears to take some attack inspiration from the Pinstress. Even after the boss fight, the second Sentinel can still be seen helping out across the Citadel, even into Act 3. Honestly, it's just a really cool NPC to include in the game and a very unique concept.
Seth Curry, his first Warrior bucket.
This might be a little controversial, but I'm placing Chakra at a mere 8th place. I know, she makes nearly all the maps across Farloom and provides an assist in Hunter's March and the Hell Halls Gauntlet, on top of being a badass with a cool side quest looking for her master, with an additional fun boss fight after that's all completed. After that, she just hangs out in Belheart and protects the settlement from baddies. My only gripe is that she didn't help me at all in Hunter's March or the Hell Halls Gauntlet. So I'm salty, and I will reconsider her position when she decides to go back in time and help me out on those sections during my playthrough.
And my axe.
We're going back to Fleetopia because this spot goes to the great flea warrior Vogue. I've already spoken about how amazing Vogue is in my previous ranking video, but she's one of the coolest fleas to find in the game with some really fun parkour to get up to her. Being a warrior flea to help protect the flea caravan is also a huge plus, especially when she hosts the dodge minigame in Fleetopia. Honestly, she's just such a badass. How could I not put her in the top 10? Come on.
Guys, come on, can we all say a prayer for the victims of the plague, please?
We're getting on some Greek tragedy shit now because this spot goes to Garmond and Zaza. You find them pretty early in Lower Farloom and encounter them again and again on your way up the Citadel, until they just like start hanging out in Songclave and randomly helping fight enemies. Garmond even shouts, Zanzibar! Like, I don't know why you love a random island off the coast of Tanzania, but like, you do you, King. You really get endeared to them, which is why it hurts so much when Team Cherry cruelly rips them apart by having Garmond be corrupted by Void and force you to end his suffering, leaving Zaza to just sit next to his corpse in the harsh weather while all you can do is watch. Fuck you, Team Cherry. Fuck you.
That was totally wicked!
It's the top 5, baby, and you know we have to start out the final stretch strong with my boy Seth. Not only does he have a pretty cool and fun boss fight, after you defeat him, he loses his memory, and makes his way to the flea caravan where he just chills out and helps to protect them alongside Vogue, while setting new minigame records for you to beat. If you don't know, he's also a fan character for a young boy named Seth, who was a huge Hollow Knight fan that passed away from cancer. So even though I've been blaming Team Cherry for my suffering in this video, them going out of their way to create a character like this is beautiful and the sort of thing I'd like to see from more gaming studios. Thank you, Team Cherry. Thank you. The final flea of the list goes to the granddaddy of them all, Grandmaster Mushka. I don't know why, but I just love this dude. He hardly does anything other than be the ringmaster of the caravan, but like, he's basically the flea pope. I love fleas, so if there's a fucking flea pope, I guess I'm a devout worshiper. So Master Mushka gets the highest ranking among the flea NPCs on this list. Salvete Dominum Mushka.
I'm fast. I'm so fast.
Rounding out the top 3 is maybe a surprise entry, but it's Sprintmaster Swift. This guy is so cool. With Hornet's different movement abilities and continuous sprint in this game, the movement in Silksong just feels a cut above that of Hollow Knight. So it ends up being such a great idea to add a sprinting minigame where you get to race another bug. I love how every time you come back, the race course gets more complicated and the prize changes with each win. You even get a memento from beating all of the races while still getting to race him again on the hardest course whenever you want. You can also cheese it in the early patches by standing still at the start of the race and doing nothing, which is objectively funny.
God is good. God is great.
Second place goes to the GOAT, the greatest singer in all of Farloom, Sherma. I don't even know what to say about Sherma that hasn't already been said or gushed about. He follows you the whole game on your ascent and can even phase through fucking walls because even if you don't open the gate in the marrow, he will find a way to get up to the Citadel. You get to hang out with him in the spa on the way up there, and I bet he gets all the ladies because he's just that cool. He's even so devout that in Act 3, he replaces the caretaker's role in Songclave and gets a funny diamond hat that only looks so strange because I bet he's still wearing that stupid symbol on the top of his head under it. This is all not even to mention that banger song he sings. Again, I don't even know how to express how lovable Sherma is as a character. There's just one thing though. I like one NPC just a little bit more.
Here's Hulk! DD!
That's right, baby! Homosexuality wins, guys! We fucking did it! The Green Prince is the best NPC in Hollow Knight Silksong! LGBT wins again! Yeah, but I just can't get enough of the Green Prince. Easily my favorite character in the entire game. Not only is his entire story both tragic, lore-heavy, and beautiful all at once, with the Citadel taking his lover to turn them into the model for the cogwork dancers, but also having the kingdom he hails from being decimated before his eyes by the Citadel. On top of that, he gets hauled off to the Sinner's Road to rot in jail until you free him with a simple key. Yes, that's right! This goat of an NPC is optional, and is only set free by using one of 4 simple keys in the entire game. Yet despite all these setbacks, this gay king makes his way up to the Citadel to enact his revenge against the cogwork dancer robots. Only to find you've killed them already, but he at least thanks you for it and takes the corpse back to the edge of Verdania, where after you explore his dreams, he's finally able to rest in peace with his lost gay lover. Did I mention that cogwork dancers and clover dancers are literally my 2 favorite boss fights in this entire game? Damn, Hornet, I can't believe you'd kill a gay man in cold blood like that. Anyway, that's my NPC list, and whew, that sure took a while, didn't it? I've been working on this video for a little bit, so I really do hope you enjoyed it. I'll still be posting some Silksong videos here and there going forward, but I want to get back more into my variety topic videos despite the algorithm's wishes. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more shitposts and stupid videos from me, subscribe. If you're interested in hanging out, I also stream on Twitch with a semi-consistent schedule, so you can check that out too. But anyway, thank you again so much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you all next time for whatever stupid or insane idea pops up in my brain next.